get career. Do you know Raymond Usher the Fourth?
No.
Do you know an individual, an entertainer by the name of Usher?
Yeah, Usher. That sounds familiar.
Isn't it true that Usher was instrumental in starting your career?
What does that have to do with this litigation, Mr. DeKalb? This is just you trying to harass the client.
Before we came back here, you had asked me.
She's going to
let her read back the question. Thank you for your memory.
Is it true that Usher was very instrumental in starting the career?
That was the last question.
I was found on YouTube. I think that I was detrimental to my own career.
Y'all, Justin Bieber just hit the unfollow button on Usher, and this clip from 10 years ago has got the internet losing their damn mind. That's right, the same Usher who discovered him, mentored him, and turned him into the superstar we know today. Now, this ain't just about a petty social media unfollow. Nah, baby, this is deep. This move is the culmination of years of tension that's been bubbling under the surface. And word on the street is Justin's had enough. He's done with the fake love, the unspoken trauma, and the ties to the past that nearly broke him. We're talking about a story that stretches all the way back to when Justin was just 14 years old. Allegedly, Usher, whether intentionally or not, exposed young Justin to the dangerous world of Diddy's infamous summer camps. Y'all know the ones. And now, as more details come to light, it seems like Justin is finally ready to cut those toxic ties for good. Let's dive into this messy, scandalous tea and break down why this fallout was inevitable. Okay, back in 2008, Justin Bieber was just a kid with a YouTube channel and a dream. It was Scooter Braun, then Usher, that saw something special in this young Canadian boy and decided to take him under his wing. Now, Justin Timberlake wanted him too, but that's tea for another video. At first, it seemed like the perfect story. Usher signed Justin to his label, gave him all the support, and promised to make him a star. And to the world, it looked like Usher delivered. Justin went from singing in his bedroom to selling out arenas. With Usher as his mentor, he was living the dream. Or at least that's what it looked like from outside the club. But here's the kicker. By taking Justin under his wing, Usher also introduced him to the darker side of music industry. Y'all, let's not forget, Usher had ties to Diddy. And when Justin joined Usher's team, it wasn't long before Diddy came sniffing around, trying to claim his slice of the Bieber pie. Let's keep it real. Diddy been known for his mentorship with young stars. But when Diddy took an interest in Justin Bieber, it raised eyebrows. According to industry whispers, Diddy had been trying to get close to Bieber for a minute. His management had been blocking him. But when Usher stepped in, the door swung wide open.
They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang with some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
So Justin spent 48 hours at one of Diddy's infamous summer camps. Do I need to say more? You heard a 15-year-old talk about girls while Diddy dapped him up, and we've heard what Diddy allegedly did to girls younger than he was. If the rumors are true, Justin was exposed to a world no child should ever see. The same world where Diddy's notorious freak-offs took place. The same world that scarred Usher enough to say he would never let his kid attend a Diddy summer camp.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send
your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
See? Can y'all imagine being a kid and walking into a room where the parties last for hours and recovery involves IV bags? Can you just picture the trauma Justin would have been facing back then? It's not hard to wonder how those 48 hours broke him. And what makes it worse, Usher of all people should have known better. Let's rewind to the 90s when Usher himself was a teen. He was just 13 when he was sent to live with Diddy. In his own words, Usher described his time at Flavor Camp as pretty wild.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to something
City.
called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In
to...
the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was,
So nobody
it was crazy.
tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Usher admitted to seeing things he didn't understand at the time, things that left him curious and confused. The trauma Usher endured during his time with Diddy is no secret. So knowing what he went through, why would he expose Justin to the same toxic environment? It's giving hurt people hurt people. Usher knew firsthand how damaging those experiences could be, yet he allowed Justin to walk right into that fire. Whether it was out of ignorance or indifference, the result was the same. Justin was left to fend for himself in a world that eats young stars alive. Y'all can see how much it affected him, because by the time Justin hits his late teens, the cracks were starting to show. The boy was spiraling. There were DUIs, reckless behavior, and reports of substance abuse. Fans and haters watched as Justin went from the industry's golden boy to a tabloid regular. And while the media blamed his fame, his money, and his age, nobody seemed to ask what happened to him in those early years. I was a kid then myself, and I remember very clearly when everyone hated Justin. Hated him like it was a job. I remember the word Bieber was a slur. While we was hating, we should have known that they were hurting that poor boy. Cause think of it, we've all seen that clip of Diddy confronting Justin, jokingly accusing him of acting different and not calling him anymore. Justin's body language in that moment said it all. He was done.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh?
No,
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you tried to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 555.
Yes.
Diddy was being straight up weird and confrontational in a way that made no sense to approach a kid. But you could see that Justin, in his own way, wasn't having it. He distanced himself, and honestly, who could blame him? That was for Diddy. And fast forward to today, it's Usher's turn. Justin unfollowing Usher might seem small, but it's symbolic. It's Justin saying, I'm closing the damn book. For years, Justin stayed quiet about what he went through, but actions speak louder than words. He already refused to share stage with Usher last year, so we know this ain't about social media. It's about breaking ties with the people who contributed to his pain, directly or indirectly. Usher might have been Justin's mentor, but in the end, he let him down in ways that can't be overlooked. Of course, the internet had plenty to say about the drama. Fans are divided. Some are defending Usher. One fan said, Usher not the only one. Leave Usher out and focus on Justin. Some are acting like it ain't a big deal, with this fan saying, who cares? Beyonce doesn't follow her own mother, but follows Jay-Z. We still broke as shit. And some are just being straight up honest with how Usher allegedly hurt the poor boy. Cause Usher gave him to the diddler, knowing what happened to him. Shaking my head. But what do y'all think? Will Usher ever address his role in Justin's early career? And do y'all think Justin was right to cut Usher off? Or is this all smoke and we just trying to start a fire where there is none? Drop your thoughts in the comments.